hug it out. ESPN NFL insider Mike Sando ranked the 6 unbeaten teams in the NFL. He has the Packers on top of the list, followed by the Patriots, Bengals, Broncos, Panthers, and Falcons. Westgate, Las Vegas Superbook, has Green Bay as 5-2 favorites to win it all, followed by New England at 7-2. Stephen A., do you concur that the Packers are the best undefeated team?
I do not. As much as I love my man Aaron Rodgers, he's looked as great as I know he is. Didn't look spectacular last week. This defense is doing some things, but they don't look spectacular. I don't trust them or their special teams as of yet. I think that's the primary things that have inhibited their ability to capture a second Super Bowl title in the McCarthy, Aaron Rodgers era. Obviously, losing Jordy Nelson is a devastating blow, even though the greatness that is of Aaron Rodgers can make any average receiver look good, better than average James Jones or, Randall Cobb, who's a stud. The list goes on and on. I will tell you that the team that I believe is the best undefeated team, thereby being the best team in all of football right now, is the Cincinnati Bengals.
Wow.
I don't believe that, again, I still need them to show me that they're going to win come playoff time. I have no belief in them in the postseason as of yet because I got to see Andy Dalton. But if I'm being fair, I have to look at what I'm seeing during the regular season thus far. I'm looking at an offense that's ranked 4th overall. They've got the 5th ranked passing attack, the 10th ranked rushing attack. I'm looking at a guy like Giovanni Bernard. He's averaging 5.5 yards a carry. I'm thinking that A.J. Green is one of the top 2, if not the #1 receiver in all of football. I'm looking at his numbers right here. 31 receptions for nearly 500 yards in the first 5 games. He's been nothing short of spectacular. I'm looking at Eifert. I'm looking at Sanu. I'm looking at Jones, all making incredible impacts. The offensive line is somewhat protecting Andy Dalton. I mean, I'm looking at him right now. He's only been sacked 6 times in 5 games. That's not bad. He's completing 67.5% of his passes. He's only thrown 2 interceptions on the season and 11 touchdowns. And then I look at this defense, whether it's a Geno Atkins, Skip Bayless, let's give Adam Pac-Man Jones. He's 2nd on the team in tackles. We know what he does in special teams in terms of kick and punt returns, but he's also 2nd on the team in in tackles. Vincent Ray is doing his thing. You've got this guy Dunlap who's leading the league, is leading the team rather in sacks. You've got Dunlap, you've got Atkins. He's got 4, and we know what he can do on the defensive side of the ball. Michael Johnson and these boys. I'm just looking at them right now. Reggie Nelson, Carlos Dunlap, Geno Atkins, Adam Pac-Man Jones, Vincent Ray. This defense is not too shabby. So the combination of all of those things leads me to say there's no glaring weakness anywhere when it comes to this team. They are 22nd against the pass, 18th against the rush. Nothing spectacular. Doesn't seem to be that great. But they bend, but they don't break too often. They handle their business. And I'm just looking at their talent at every position. It seems to me that what this comes down to is 2 things. Is Marvin Lewis going to get in the way of what Hugh Jackson is doing with Andy Dalton? I don't think that's going to happen. Now, because of Hugh Jackson's presence and the infusion, the personality transplant that he's helped instill in this team, combined with Marvin Lewis being able to focus primarily on the defensive side of the ball, because remember, they lost both coordinators over the last 2 years. Head coach in Minnesota, okay? Your offensive coordinator being what he is.
Okay.
I'm just like, I look at Cincinnati. And to me,
boy, I got to tell you,
best team.
The Bengals are getting a lot of love on this show today.
Yeah,
they've never gotten so many minutes of this first take as they have today.
They deserve it now. But I repeat, it means nothing to me. I'm just acknowledging what I'm seeing thus far. Because Whitworth said, hey, judge us by what we do in 2015, not the past. So I'm going to do them a favor, but damn it, we're going to see what they do in January.
Okay. Once again, your logic eludes me, Mr. Smith, because Mike Sando, as Molly has pointed out, has Green Bay ranked #1. Vegas says Green Bay has the best odds to win the Super Bowl. Our ESPN analytics all say Green Bay is the best team in all of pro football. You tell me constantly that Aaron Rodgers is easily the best quarterback in football.
Easily.
And yet, all of a sudden, off one game in which your Super Bowl pick, Seattle, lost at Cincinnati, you overreact and say, oh, the Bengals are the best team in football.
I'm not overreacting. Why don't you stop lying to America and misrepresenting my
think I'm telling the truth to
question
America.
is undefeated teams. That means there's 5 games thus far, and I'm
Bay's an
judging it
undefeated
by the
team.
5 games.
Yeah.
The best of the undefeated teams.
What do your eyes tell you?
My eyes tell me that during this regular season, Cincinnati has been the best team. I don't believe they're going to prove to be the best team when all is said and done. But over the first 5 games of this season, amongst the undefeated teams, I think Cincinnati seems to be the most complete team at this moment, the way Andy Dalton is playing.
I watched Green Bay's defense terrorize Nick Foles the other day.
Oh, Nick
I know
Foles,
it's just
wow,
Nick
wow,
Foles.
wow.
He's fool's
Yeah,
Foles gold.
right.
I get that.
I saw you
but
tweeting
still,
that.
yeah, but come on.
Trash talker.
I can't believe you don't have the courage of your convictions about your quarterback, whose team is undefeated and is pretty good and gets to play nearly every game at home. I think
I don't understand.
They have like 12 of 16 games are at home. They're at home again this week.
You literally sound deaf because you keep ignoring.
sound deaf?
Let me tell you why. Because you keep ignoring
Everybody
what
be
I
nice.
said. All I've said about the Cincinnati Bengals is that all I said about the Cincinnati Bengals is they do it in the regular season. It means nothing to me. We're talking about the regular season.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about the first 5 games.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about what they're going to do in January.
Okay.
I have been on the record saying I have to see it to believe it
Okay,
in January.
all right.
But we're in October.
Okay. Well, you
That's it.
should say that Aaron Rodgers has the best team in pro
You
football.
have First Take Skip Bayless.
Oh.
First Take, there's a Stephen A. And I say what I want to say, not what Skip wants me to say. I'm not going to talk about the Cincinnati Bengals in January because I know I don't expect much from them. But in October right now, they look better than the rest.
Molly, I don't need 7 minutes to make my case. I just need 5 seconds to tell you,
Who
in
is it?
answering your question,
Yes.
Tom Brady is the best team in pro football. That's it.
Really?
That's all I
Is
need
that
to
what
say.
we're doing?
Yes.
Well,
End
if
of
that's what
story.
we're doing, then I could easily say Aaron Rodgers
We'll
is.
do it.
But it's a
The
team.
best,
but
the
you don't
best
believe
of
it.
the unbeatens
I didn't know
right
one
now.
player was a team.
Huh?
Best
I didn't know that.
He makes them all go. He is the team. He's
doesn't
the
matter.
coach.
No.
He's the defense.
He's
he
what
fuels
they will-
everybody.
he's what they
See,
will
I
be.
have the courage of my
You
conviction.
guys
No.
are getting a little feisty right now.
Yeah.
Well, we need
all-
to.
we
We
all-
need to.
we all
The-
need to
the-
take it
seriously,
down.
The point
Let's
is-
I mean,
take it down a
seriously,
notch.
I believe in my quarterback.
It makes no sense. It
Yeah.
makes no
It makes
sense.
complete
So in other
sense.
words, then why are we talking about these other teams?
Well, you tell
Why?
me.
Why? I mean,
It was your idea.
I want you to educate us as to why we're talking. Why have we been talking about all of these teams every day after day after day? If all that matters to you is that Tom Brady is the best, he's gonna go. So I can't look at the other teams and say,
You
at
can.
this moment,
We have
that's what
talked
they are?
about Cincinnati until I can't talk
Oh,
about them
did we not
anymore.
talk about Michael Vick in Pittsburgh? Do we not
We
talk about
did.
your Cowboys? But
No,
what
we
happened?
haven't talked about my Cowboys.
Not today.
We had a lot of college
Not
football
today.
Oh.
It was a rare day.
All
We'll
right.
talk about them tomorrow. We don't have to
All
talk
right.
about them for
Gentlemen,
3 weeks.
5 of these 6 unbeaten teams have road tests this weekend. We'll see if they stay perfect. And according to our power rankings that just came in, the Patriots are #1 and the Packers are #2.
Well, now there, somebody got it right.
Moving on.
Finally.
Florida quarterback Will Grier is suspended for 1 year. We'll fill you in on what this means for the Gators when we return.